Lugnut TV on Thursday, March 2nd, 2017. Loose Lugnut's Thursday Night Truck Series is about to begin. I'm your host, Brian Tribble. Today, we're at Martinsville for a 135-lap event. Start the night off by thanking our sponsors, RaceGear.com, Over the Top Paints and Designs, The Wise Guys, Lugnut TV, and our newest sponsor, BowTieApparel.com. This evening we're going to have one fast repair on this short track at Martinsville. Just a quick recap of our standings. The guys are taking their qualifying laps as we speak. David Johnson has the lead. He's just 4 points ahead of Wesley Holland, followed closely by Bob Wells in third position and Ted Chief Quinzel in fourth. Craig Covington is rounding out the top five in our championship points. He gained 4 positions last week. A little recap of our season. Daytona was won by Mark Jackson, and then Bob Wells won the second race of the season at Iowa. And last week, Wes Holland won Atlanta in a convincing manner. So again, today we're at Martinsville. Next week, we're going to be at Auto Club Speedway for 80 laps. Gates will open at 7:30 p.m., and the race will begin at 8. While we have your attention, tomorrow night, Loose Lugnut's Bump and Run Series is going to be at South Boston for 150 laps. Again, that's a one reset kind of race. If you enjoy watching these races on Lugnut TV, you may want to think about joining our league and come out tomorrow night and race with us. So that race will be called by Bad Bob Wells, and again, me, Brian Tribble. We are 1 minute and 30 seconds into qualifying. Our fast lap so far is Wesley Holland with a 19.634. Wesley Holland also had the fastest time in practice. And we had Charles Lahr, Billy Wise, Craig Covington, and Bob Wells all in the top 5. I see another car on the track, Thomas Wise, wondering if there's any relation between him and Billy. I'm getting word now that is Billy's father, Thomas Wise. Wonder if they'll be seeing each other on the track here momentarily. So Martinsville Speedway is a short track, just over half a mile long. This is in Martinsville, Virginia. Weather tonight, we do realistic weather here. Partly cloudy, 65 degrees. Minimal winds. And again, they had 30 minutes of practice. They're just about 3 minutes into their 5-minute qualifying time here. And this will be an official race with the Thursday Night League. 1 hour and 25 minutes or 135 laps, whichever is shorter. I'm hoping it's the 135 laps. There is no incident limit here, and again, one fast repair. And we will just patiently wait for 1 minute and 30 seconds for them to start gridding up. Okay, so that concludes our qualifying session. Wesley Holland has the pole for tonight's race with a 19-second .634. On the outside of him, in the 96 truck, is Craig Covington. Third position, John Hastings. Outside of the second row, David Johnson. Inside the third row, Stephen Thompson. Outside of him, Bad Bob Wells. In seventh position, Matthew Heavener. And eighth, Jason Smoke Hughes. Ninth, Billy Wise. Outside of him, starting in 10th position, Alan Matting. In 11th, Niels Clyde. And those that did not put down a qualifying time, Charles Lahr, Tim Campbell, Travis Zudema, and shotgun on the field, Thomas Wise. All right, the field takes its first of two warm-up laps. And the lights turn off on the pace car. So we are one lap to green at the start of this race. Yeah, 135 laps on this half-mile paperclip, as they call it. This should be a very exciting race. Most likely a lot of contact. Hopefully that does not translate into a lot of cautions. Hopefully they can keep it clean, even though they bump into each other a little bit here. So the pace car pulls off, going into turn 3. Wesley Holland has control of the field. He's going to wait for the green flag to drop before he goes. And there it is. That's the green flag. A little trouble on the outside, getting queued up there, but Wes Holland has an easy. Oh, Craig Covington gets moved out of the way, and they're wrecking. Lap 1, they are wrecking. I'm looking at Dave Johnson here in the 00. So Dave Johnson was the one who got into the back of Craig Covington and moved him up the track, and then it looks like he just gets a little bit loose, hard to save it, and he gets run into by a couple of guys. Yep, he was loose, and he ran into the 67, I believe, of Stephen Thompson. Steve was all the way down to the inside. He gave him plenty of room. But Dave was trying to, I guess, give Covington some more room. But it did not work out. So they got tangled. Looks like Bob Wells gets into the mix a little bit. No contact for Bob. Maybe a little bit in the back bumper by Smoke. And looks like a two-car incident for the most part. However, right behind them, it looked like Niels Clyde got turned a little bit. Alan Matting may have gotten involved in that as well. But all those trucks were pretty clean, and they rolled away okay. So no harm, no foul in the long run here. So our leaderboard gets turned around here a little bit. So Wes Holland, our pole position winner, he still has control of the first position. And John Hastings has moved up. Hastings started in third, so he's on the inside line, and he's moved up to second position. And Craig Covington, who started on the outside pole, he's fallen back to third. Bob Wells gained 2 positions on that, as did Matthew Heavener. And Billy Wise actually picked up 3 positions in that skirmish. Niels Clyde picked up 4 positions. And let's see who the big loser here was. Yeah, it looks like Dave Johnson fell to 11th, and Smoke fell to 13th. I'm not really sure. It appears as if Charles Lahr and Thomas Wise did not take the green flag. think, yep, the lights are off in the pace car. He dives in. Wes Holland has control of the field. This time around, he can start the race whenever he would like. Hastings giving away too much room on the outside. And the Ford gets a great jump. And Craig Covington's going to be in second position going into turn number 1. Yep, Hastings to third, followed by Bob Wells. Billy Wise in the 32 machine, he's moving his way up. Zudema fell to the outside there, a little bit of a contact perhaps. Heavener to the inside of Smoke. And so far so good, everyone's keeping it pretty clean this time around. Up front, Wes Holland has about a 5-car length lead already. And smooth sailing. Behind him, Craig Covington. He's equidistant to third position, so they're all keeping it nice and clean back up here. John Hastings has settled down into third position, running single file continuously. Bad Bob Wells in fourth, and then Billy Wise in fifth. They're all just staying at each other's tire marks, which is good. We were, oh, a little smoke there, not sure what happened, but that includes lap number, we're going to finish lap number 9, so we are starting lap number 10 in just a bit. Looks like Smoke Hughes, he's living up to his name here. He is cooking the brakes going into the turns and lighting up, looks like the right front. And that's where that smoke is coming from. He's being challenged by Heavener, the 99, and there's not really anyone in front of him. Looks like, except for Zudema, and he also lights up the tires going into turn number 1. So it looks like they're getting a little tight, pushing it in too deep. That's been known to happen here. And the inside line is definitely the fastest way to go. So lots of action now. The 38 under duress. He's trying to get around Hastings. Looking to the outside, that's not the fast way around. Billy Wise has made up a lot of ground, so he's breathing down his collar a bit. And Travis Zudema has pulled right back up into the action. So these 4 cars are real close together. Bob gives Hastings a little bit of a love tap there. He's saying, I'm faster than you, I don't like the Yankees, go Sox. I think that's what Bob is trying to explain to him. Bob looking on the outside, again, not really the fastest way around here. But he's got that momentum and he's got the speed, he's not really sure what to do with it. So other than running to the back of him, which I probably would do looking at the Yankee sticker, he's chosen to kind of stay to the outside a little bit. They continue to roll, they're staying polite. Oh, there we go. Hastings moves up the track a little bit, gives Bob a view of what it would be like to be on the inside and make that pass, but cuts back down over his nose. Bob gets a great run into the middle of the corner here, and then Hastings has a great run off. Let's see what Bob does going into this turn. Great entry. And passing to the middle, but not as quick coming off the edge. Alright, starting lap number 16. 15 are in the bank. That's still the best action on the track as far as I can see. These 4 cars battling for position. Hastings now stretching it out a little bit. Looks like Bob may have used up his stuff, perhaps, and he decided to take it a little bit easy. We do have a lot of laps. We'll let them click off. Perhaps a little pit strategy. That's one of the things that Bob does best. And Bob is now, again, under attack from the 32 of Billy Wise. Let's take a look at how Billy's going through the course here. So, looks like he's even going in, maybe a little slower. He's building on Bob through the middle of the corner as well, and then pretty even off the edge. And Billy stays lower to the yellow line, and Bob's kind of drifting up towards the middle. Hastings also in the middle, so Billy's really trying to stay low. And we'll see how that helps. It's very difficult to pass here. I think we should mention that. So. Without a little bit of contact, you're really going to have a hard time making this pass. So, these guys are pretty good. They're all friends. That's most likely what's going on here. I say that, and here we go. Bob gets in the back of Hastings, gives him a love tap, and turns him around. The caution does come out for John Hastings. and the 59 truck. Yep, and just coming at it too. Hastings a little bit slower than Bob. Bob was trying to get that run. Was faster coming off and got into him a little bit. Turns him around. Right before that, someone put the brakes going into turn number 1. I think that might have been Hastings. So it appears that Hastings put it in there too deep, didn't have the corner exit speed that he wanted, and he got collected in the incident. Or he was the incident, not collected. He was the incident. So coming over here to take lap number 21, start that. We have a few guys on pit road, and a lot of guys stayed out. Looks like the 4 and 96 stayed out, and then our first couple of pitters are going to be Smoke Hughes. He's given up 10th position. Bad Bob gives up 8th. Steve Thompson gives up 12th. And those are your 3 cars on pit road. Although we got some more takers here. These guys may be lapped down or something, I'm not sure. But Tim Campbell, he's coming to pit road. Niels Clyde and John Hastings. It appears as everyone is still on the lead lap except for Charles Lahr, who may have not started the race, or he must have got an early incident. I'm not really sure. But the top 12 are all on the lead lap. And it looks like they just chose not to pit the first time around. Alright, we're going to pull Bob Wells up real quick. And no, we're not going to pull Bob Wells up real quick. Oh, there he is. Hey, Bob Wells, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Alright, I won't take up too much of your time. What happened there? We saw a little contact.
Johnny Mott, he got a little bit loose or tight there and slowed up a little bit. Got a little contact. Just Martinsville stuff. No biggie.
Sweet. Now, the Yankee symbol, was that part of the aggression, or was that just normal short track racing?
Well, as a Red Sox fan, you think I'd look at it as a target, but that wasn't the case. That was just a little short track racing. Nothing intentional, nothing like that. Hopefully he's not too bad at me when he catches me.
I'm sure he'll be okay. All right, man. Looks like we're going back to green this time. Bye. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Now it's Bad Bob Wells in the 38. He was involved in that, call it an incident. So resetting the field. Back up front, Wes Holland. About to take us back to green. And Craig Covington's on the outside again. Billy Wise now up to 3rd position. Remember, he started the race in 9th. Looks like they're all getting a pretty good restart. He has an opportunity to sneak to the inside of Covington going to 1. He lights him up. Covington washes up the track. And Billy Wise looks like he's going to be able to take that position. Billy Wise up to 2nd. Looking cool to see. Stuck on the outside is Covington in 96. That's kind of a bummer. He's looking for a way to get down. His teammate Travis Zuderman does not give him the room. He lights him up too. And by light him up, I mean he's smoking tires getting in. They're just driving a little too hard. Looks like he's stacked up in the back of the field there, but everyone's able to keep it straight and keep it going. Bob Wells up to 5th position on those new fresh tires. Looks like that's going to be working out fine. Good. And as soon as I say that, he's now up to 4th position. And as we watch these cars go around the track, you see a lot of guys smoking the front right or the front left getting in. They're really pushing hard into the corners. Craig Covington was able to get into line in 3rd position, and he's directly behind Billy Wise. And again, the Ford truck Wesley Holland is checking out the field. Looks like Billy slips up coming out of 2 there and leaves the door wide open for Craig Covington. And Craig's on the inside. Looks like Bob's going to try to follow him through, and he does. Billy Wise loses 2 positions on that lap. So Bob is now up to 3rd. Craig Covington is 2nd, and Billy is falling back to 4th. Following the 58 truck now. He's putting some pressure on Zudema. Zudema is holding an outside line. That's not the fastest way around here. Leaving the door wide open to Smoke. Smoke's pretty much got that pass done, and going into 3, he completes the pass. And Dave Johnson in the 00 is also able to get through, as is Tim Campbell. So Travis Zudema in the 8 truck has kind of fallen off the pace. I'm not sure if he's got some issues or hit the wall. He's got a real wide angle going in and out of these turns, and not the fastest on the track. And this is where following Smoke. Smoke gave up 2 of those positions that he just gained. And now Zuba's found that groove on the inside, so Zuba's the inside of 58. And it looks like Smoke's just giving them plenty of room. So that's what's going on. We see these guys on the high line. They're really just leaving the door open to the guy behind them if they think they're faster or they get the run. Which is very polite racing. That's what we like to see. So, Smoke hits the wall a little bit, right in front of Zudema. Now Zudema's got that way outside line, and you see Smoke lighten that front left up going into the turn. All right, Wes Holland still in the lead. He's got a full turn, or we'll call it a half a backstretch lead on Bob Wells, who's made it up in the second. So we missed that pass when Bob got around Craig Covington in the second position. Craig's falling back to 3rd, and Billy Wise is holding down 4th. John Hastings, you may remember he was spun out before that last caution. He's now up to 5th. He was able to get some fresh tires on that truck, and it's really paying off for him. So in the top 5, he's pitted, as has Bob Wells. I'm not sure about Billy Wise or Covington or Wes Holland. So we got a nice pit strategy emerging, different ways to do this. But Wes Holland on old tires, checking out on the field. We're going to say this is pretty calm for a Martinsville race. With so few trucks, looks like we have 12 trucks on the track currently. Oh, we got a spinner. Someone spun around here. It appears that Steve Thompson in 67 has gone for a loop. Thompson was running pretty much by himself. Replay going through 3 and coming up 4, he just loses it. Yep, just straight up loses it, and has a hard time getting it going. Well, not too hard. Yeah, he got it going pretty quick, but there was a car coming, so that's what brought up the car. Now we're looking at some pit strategy. It appears as if almost the entire field is coming down pit road, including Bob Wells again. David Johnson in the 00 and Wesley Holland in the 4 truck, they both stay out. Wesley Holland, do you have a copy?
Damn for it.
Hey, buddy. Interesting pit strategy. You're the only truck that has not taken a pit stop yet.
Yeah, I don't know if that was too smart. I thought it was going to go my way, but it didn't. Everybody decided to come down. So.
Well, you seem to be able to check out in the field the last couple of times.
Yeah, we'll see now with everybody on fresh tires. I don't think it's going to work in my favor this time, but we're going to try to keep it up here and see what we can do.
Well, it's going to work out in my favor, so it should make it a little bit more exciting.
There you go.
All right, Wes, good luck to you, man.
Appreciate it, man.
All right, we've got some sponsors to thank. Again, racegear.com, Over the Top Paints and Designs, The Wise Guys, Lugnut TV, and Bowtie Apparel. In case you're curious about Bowtie Apparel, it's spelled BOWTIEAPPAREL. lugnut.com. Apparel can be difficult to spell for those that don't have spell check on their internet browser, but bow tie apparel, that's it. That's Alan Matting's new website and new company. He's selling Chevy-related material. So, you know, the Chevy bow tie, put that on anything and sell it. That's what he's doing. And speaking of Alan Matting, it looks like he's off the top 10 chart here, but Wesley Holland, currently in first position. That's where he started. That's where he stays. Dave Johnson in second. Craig Covington, Bob Wells, John Hastings. That rounds out your top 5. Billy Wise, he's fallen to 6th position, but he does have 4 fresh tires. Let's see what he can do with those. Getting some positions now. Matthew Hevener. Tim Campbell, he started 13th tonight. He's up to 8th. Travis Zudema, he started 14th. He's up to 9th. And Steve Thompson, rounding out your top 10. And here's what we have. 11 trucks on lead lap still. 11 going to Jason Hughes. Oh, looks like we're going green. I'm sleeping behind the wheel here. All happens so quick on this track. So, Wes Holland gets off to a commanding lead as usual. Craig Covington holds that second position. John Hastings gives a little love. Oh, we got a pileup. We have a good old-fashioned Martinsville pileup, and we're staying green. I think it'd be worthwhile to check out that replay anyway. 59, John Hastings. He was in 5th position. Looks like Dave Johnson kind of lit him up going into 1. They made him 3 wide coming down the backstretch. Bob Wells in the middle. Hastings pushes out, gets into Bob, says thank you very much for that last one. And Hastings gets the worst of it. And unfortunately, when he starts getting going, he turned right into the wall again. So he had to call the tow truck. He's off the track, and he's in pit road. So now looks like we got Zudema in 10th position. He was involved in that skirmish a little bit. He's got a pretty interesting line going through the corners. Again, it looks like he might be driving mad. I'm not sure. He's trying to make up some ground. Billy Wise now in 8th. Jason Smoke Hughes. They've traded positions. So Smoke is in 9th. Oh man, traded positions again. Smoke is up to 8th. Billy Wise to 9th. Travis is in 10th. Let's go take a look at the leader. So remember, Wes Holland, the only car. Well, him and Dave Johnson, that didn't work out for Dave very well. But Wes Holland is on old tires. He's got 50 laps on his tires, and Craig Covington in 2nd position has fresh tires. And it looks like Craig Covington is way faster at this point. He's able to reel him in here. And this should be interesting because Wes is most likely not going to give up that inside line, and Craig's not going to be able to pass him on the outside. So what's going to happen when he gets on that back bumper? We'll see. Just so you're not missing any other action. Wells in 3rd with no pressure. Dave Johnson held to 4th, no pressure, and Matthew Heaven around up the top 5. Again, no pressure. Everyone's running single file each other's tire tracks. And now I'm just watching Craig Covington in the 96 truck reel in West. West is able to hold his own here on these old tires. And Craig really pushing. You can see how hard he's trying when he lights up that front left going to the corner. And it's not just that these guys are overdriving the corner. It's some of the physics here. All that weight rolls to that front right, and that front left tire comes off the ground almost. And so it doesn't take much to lock that thing up. And that's what these guys are doing. But once you lock it up once, you're going to be prone to lock it up again and again. And each time you do that, you lose a little bit more friction on that front left tire. It's going to be harder to slow the truck down, which again helps you light up that front left tire getting in the corner again. So pretty interesting stuff. I do like the physics of NASCAR and all motorsports, so this is cool to watch. And here comes Covington, still close. He's thinking about it. I'm not sure if he's given up on the idea of taking the lead here. Maybe he's going to wait for the 4 truck to slow up even more. Well, we're currently, just to put it all in perspective, Craig Covington's last lap time was 20.458, while leaders was 20.608. And then put that all in perspective, these guys are qualifying at the 19.6 area. So they're just about a second slower, and Craig is also about a second slower off his qualifying time. So Holland is able to hold his own here. Still got the lead, still looking good, and the field is really kind of thinned out and spread out as well. Let's go through the field real quick. So again, the 4 in the lead, 96. Looks like he's content with second position for now. Bob Wells in third. His last lap was 20.359, so that would indicate that he's actually gaining ground on the guys in front of him. Yeah, because those guys are both running 20.55s, and then you got Wells basically picking up 0.2 seconds each lap. All right, in fourth position, Matthew Hevener. Looks like his truck's pretty clean tonight. That's good to see. Dave Johnson, his truck looks clean too, but we know he's been in a number of skirmishes, a number of incidents. He's in fifth position. Steve Thompson, he's in sixth. No pressure there. Tim Campbell, your admin for the evening, he's running in seventh position, and he's getting a lot of heat from the 32 of Billy Wise, who's in eighth position. Billy is sizing him up, trying to figure out the easiest way to get around. He's got a faster exit speed. He ducks down the inside. He gets into Campbell, spins Campbell. Oh, Campbell comes back up to the track, and Billy Wise takes a big punch in the nose there. That's not good for his engine. You see that thing blowing up as he's coming down the backstretch. The yellow flag has come out. Now is because Billy Wise in the 32 got into Tim Campbell in the 89, sent him spinning down into the grass, then up the track, and they collided a second time. Unfortunately, it appears that Billy Wise really got the worst end of that situation. So he caused the incident, and then it came back and really bit him. Campbell, he definitely hit the outside wall, but it looks like he's going to be okay. So remember, these guys have one fast reset that they can use during this race, and what that means is coming to pit road, click a button, you get a brand new truck. You're allowed to do that once per event. What Billy needs to remember here is if he blows the engine and he pits, he needs to make sure that that box is checked before he pulls into the pit. Otherwise, he'll just be sitting there waiting for repairs. We've seen that bite a few guys before. Alright, so Billy Wise was in 10th position after that. Still on lead lap. He's coming down pit road. Looks like Zudima's on pit road. Tim Campbell, he's also going to pit. He's changing his tires first and foremost, but we'll see. Watching now to see if he takes off. Nope, Tim Campbell is waiting there, so he's not going to use his fast reset on this incident. And Tim Campbell's going to go a lap down, it appears. Not sure if that was what he was, obviously not what he was trying to do, but alright, so we got them all jumbled up here. We're going to let them make one more lap around and set the field. It appears, yep, Wesley definitely pitted, so it appears that Craig Covington did not pit, is going to be my guess. So he's able to take over the lead. And behind him in line, Niels Clyde, the 44 truck. He's doing the first car a few laps down. Niels Clyde, I'm showing him as 21 laps down. Oh yeah, so he's falling to the back of the field. And as we're queuing up, looks like we still have 2 to go at least. All right, cool. So the 96, Craig Covington, he takes the lead during that round of pit stops. He's been bringing us 2 green in just a few. Wes Holland did pit. He got fresh tires, and he came off the pit road, now in second position. So they're all going to be chomping their bit. Craig Covington may be dead meat here. We'll see. Bob Wells is up to third position. Starting outside him is going to be Steve Thompson. So it looks like we're 1 lap to green. Yeah, we're going green this time by. The field is filing up, double file. His car is in, and Craig Covington really holding the field back here. He may have a few tricks up his sleeve here. So through 3, coming off 4, waiting to see when Craig pulls the trigger. There he goes. All right, Craig gets a great restart. Puts a car length in between him and Holland. Keeps it pretty low. Holland's got a pretty good run on the outside. And Holland's going to try to pass him on the outside, which is a long way around here, but he's got those fresh tires. All right, keeping it clean. And West is able to make that pass on the high side. So new leader for truck. Covington falls back to second, then for a lot of tonight. And Bob Wells now looking to get past the 96. He's looking to the inside. He's got the run. Throws it in there, makes it stick. Covington swings up the track. He lets by the 67, and now Heavener in the 99. He's also looking on the inside. Craig's able to hold his own for the most part, but he's on the outside line. That's the slowest way around, and he's the only car on old tires here, so he's going to fall back to the field. It looks like. So next up to try to get around him is Heavener in the 99. And it looks like he's got hands full with Johnson in the 00. So while they quarrel a little bit, Covington's going to get some breathing room. All right, good deal. So Covington, remember he started in first on that restart. He got a few laps led, and he's fallen to 4th position. And if he's going to stay in this, he'll be in a pretty good shape. He will, well, they don't have to, but they probably will get the opportunity to do it one more time. So back up front, Wes Holland in 4. He just starts lap number 71. Clear sailing, no pressure. Bob Wells, he's just kind of minding his own business here. He's been involved in, he would say too many incidents tonight, but one major one and one minor one. Didn't hold him back too much in either instance. He's in second, Steve Thompson in third. All right, looks like Heavener is regaining some composure. Starting to put the heat back on Covington. This is the race I think I would like to follow here, and they're coming off of turn number 2, going down the front backstretch. Oh, that is the front stretch. All right, sorry. Into 1. So Heavener's on the outside. Covington's on the inside. Heavener does an interesting crossover move. He gets a great run off 2 down the backstretch. He's able to reel him in a little bit. But Dave Johnson, the 00, he's actually able to make up some time on Heavener. So that line did not work for him, it appears. Heavener real hard in that next turn. Lights up that front left. But all staying, keeping it clean. That's what we like to see. The Johnson of that 00, he's lighting him up getting in the corner too. He can smell some blood in the water. He thinks he's faster than the 99, and he knows he's faster than the 96. Just has to find the opportunity to get around him. All right, checking back in on our leader, Wesley Holland. He's got about a 5 car length lead on Bad Bob. Nice and even still. An update on all the standings there. It appears that Tim Campbell is now 11 laps down. Seen him on and off pit road a couple of times. I'm wondering if he had to use his fast repair in one of the earlier incidents, so that when that last caution happened and he got wrecked by Billy Wise, maybe he didn't have that fast repair left, and he had to stop and make a number of fixes to his car. That's unfortunate for Tim Campbell. He's currently in 10th, 11 laps down. Behind him, Niels Clyde, he's doing 21 laps down. Hastings, 33 laps down. Alan Manning, he must still be behind the wall. He's 73 laps down. Finishing off, who's on the scoring pylon here. 41 of Lars, did not hit the green flag, nor did Thomas Wise. So Covington, on old tires, able to stay in 4th position. Not much of a change between 4th, 5th, and 6th. Although, again, the 00, he's trying to figure out a way to get around Heavener, who's really lighting him up going into the corner there. That was a lot more smoke than we've seen previously. And he's lost some grip, so here comes the 00. Looking at the inside. Heavener wisely slows up, gives him position. And that's the easiest Martinsville pass you'll probably see all night. So falling back to Billy Wise, he's in 7th position. He's coming up in the lap car of the 44, battling Smoke Hughes for 8th or 7th position. We are now 82 laps into this 135 lap event. And Smoke must know we're watching him on the camera. He's got some interesting moves coming down the backside there, bobbing and weaving. I'd like to give a shout out to all of Jason Hughes' friends back home who are watching. Always appreciate the views. And I tell you what, as they're making some laps here, I'm going to take a quick break. So I'll be back in about 45 seconds. And we're back. Not much has changed. Still got West Holland leading the field over Bad Bob Wells. Really stretching that lead out now. 38 truck is almost an entire front stretch. I'll say 3/4 of the front stretch behind. But no pressure on him. Got a nice little Sunday drive going. Steve Thompson, he's made up some positions. In the 67, he's passed a number of cars. He's now up into 3rd position. Craig Covington to 4th. And Dave Johnson looks like he's been able to get around Matthew Heavener finally. So that puts Heavener back to 6th. And Billy Wise made up a position while we were away. He's now in 7th. And that brings Zudema to 8th. Means Jason Hughes lost position. He's fallen back to 9th behind the lap car of Tim Campbell. But those are the 9 cars on the lap. And we are now on lap number 90 of 135. So, interesting implications on the championship standings here. Dave Johnson as we run. Dave currently in 5th position. He is the leader of our championship with a 4-point lead on Wesley Holland. So, it appears if all things are equal, Wesley Holland is going to take over the championship lead if he's able to win this race, which it looks like he's going to do. And in 3rd position in the championship standings is Bob Wells. He is 11 points behind the leader. And will he be able to make 11 points up to the 2nd place finish? I'm not sure. I don't really know how the points work. But I can tell you that Ted Chief Finsel was the 4th spot in championship standings, and he did not start the race. So that means Craig Covington, who's having a pretty good evening, he's going to be able to make up at least that 1 spot. So it looks like Craig's going to 4th in championship if we were able to finish the way we are. And a number of drivers in the top 10 are not racing tonight, so that's really going to mix things up a bit. So watching Holland, he's going to have to start working through some lap traffic here. He's already able to successfully get around Tim and Jason. Next up, he's eyeing Zudema. West's not had to make too many passes tonight. The one and only pass that he's really made was around Covington on the outside of that last restart. But here we have Zudema blowing up, coming down the front stretch. So Zudema blowing up on the front stretch, staying as low as he can through 1 and 2. And he's going to pull it onto... Nope, he's going to stay on the apron, going down the back stretch here. Still got the engine turning over because we can see all that smoke coming out. I have a feeling he's already used his quick repair. I'm not sure, so we'll watch him. But Zudema was on the lead lap. Actually, yeah, he was on the lead lap when he blew up. And that leaves Jason Hughes currently in 8th position, the last car on the lead lap. So if a yellow were to come out, he'd get that lucky dog and be able to rejoin the field, and we would have 8 cars on the lead lap at that point in time. So watching Zudema, he's pulling in, he's getting 4 fresh tires. It appears as if the fire that was underneath his car has gone out. And he's still sitting there. So he's definitely got some repairs going on. He's stuck on pit road for a little bit, and he's fallen a number of laps down. So back to Hollins in fourth, the 4th car in 1st position. Clear sailing. And then we have some action. Tim Campbell on the inside of Jason Hughes. Tim Campbell is a number of laps down, and Jason Hughes is only 1 lap down. So they really could give each other lots of room here. Not really battling for position. But it's a long race. It's probably kind of boring for these guys that are many laps down, so they're going to have the action wherever they can find it and battle for that position. Well, they were able to figure things out, so that puts us, the next car on the track is Bob Wells in 2nd. And let's watch Bob as he comes down to pit road, making a green flag pit stop. That is exciting. So he is most certainly going to go a lap down on his pit stop, possibly even 2. So this is a real gamble for Bob, depending on how these caution flags roll out. But it's a calculated risk with only 7 cars on the lead lap at this point in time. It's a risk he's willing to take because he's going to come off, he's going to put down some hot laps, he's going to gain some time on the leader, and hopefully he'll be able to turn that into a pass in the pits. So we'll see. All right, so he's off already. Fairly quick pit stop. Got to remember the not speed. And I think he did a good job of that. So he's now off on the back stretch. I'm looking for Covington. I'm looking for Holland. All right, so there's Holland. All right, so Bob Wells has made that pit stop, and he did lose the lap, but only 1. And he's currently shown behind the 58 truck, who was also 1 lap down. So Holland's the pit road now. Things are in the cycle through now. So that's all right. So Hollins is on the pit road. It's a real long way to go when you're only doing what, 35 miles an hour here. Yeah, pit road speed is 35 miles an hour. It's a long way to go. It's such a slow speed. So he's in that first pit position. First pit stall because he had the pole position. Looks like he's only taking 2 tires and he's off. He's going to rejoin the field. And Holland loose, getting back on the gas, hits the inside wall. He almost spun it out, but he's able to save it. that was exciting. So, as he cycled through his pit stop here, automatically regretting the fact that he only got 2 tires, he's going to be in 6th position. That means Craig Covington has taken over the lead. Covington puts Jason Hughes a lap down. He had gained that lap when Holland pitted. Now we have a number of cars in the lap. Alright, so Jason Hughes is up to 6th position, but 1 lap down. Bob Wells up to 7th, 1 lap down, but he has already pitted. And Stephen Thompson is 1 lap down. I think he has pitted as well, or maybe he is not, I'm not sure. So we're watching Craig Covington. We'll see when he comes down pit road, because when he does, he's the control car that's going to have the cycle finish. Heavener is up to 2nd position, and Billy Wise is up to 3rd, and Dave Johnson is up to 4th. The top 4 have not pitted the cycle through. Wes Hollins is the first car that has. And Wesley Hollins' last lap was a 20.779. Put that in comparison to his qualifying lap of 19.634. Alright, Craig Covington on to pit road. That immediately gives Bob Wells and Jason Hughes their laps back. Campbell picks up one of his many laps that's down. Now, Craig stayed out a little bit longer than the other guys, so while he was doing 21.2s, the other guys were putting down 20-second laps. So, second a lap for 5 laps is going to be at least 5 seconds back from where he was before they pitted. And it looks like now Matthew Heavener, he has the lead. He's got a 5-second low. Yep, appears that he has a lead. He's got a lead of 7.7 seconds over Billy Wise. I'm not sure how that happened. Maybe Billy's getting ready to pit or so. But Dave Johnson looks like he's a lap down. He's trying real hard to get his lap back to the inside of Heavener. Coming in turn number 3. Heavener way up the track. Looking pretty loose at this point in time. The marbles are up there. That's going to be a lap time of 21.856. And you can see Dave Johnson is really smoking that left front as he goes into the turn. So Heavener is the last car yet to pit, I believe. No, him and Billy Wise. Him and Billy have not pitted yet. Heavener has about a 7-second lead on second to Billy and 8-second lead on Holland. It'll be interesting to see how long he can stay out. He's holding about 8 or 9 cars, at least 1 lap down. It's only the top 5 are on lead lap. Alright, so Heavener starts lap 119. And remember, this is a 135 lap event. Looking at the Ford truck now. The Ford truck is making some moves. He gets around 67. 67 is a lap down. So Holland is up to 2nd position. And that means Billy Wise is stopped for his pit stop. So Holland is 5.6 seconds behind the leader and closing fast. So 5.6 seconds becomes 5.1 seconds. So he takes about a half second off of that lap. So now I'm watching the 99 truck, Heavener. Give him some air time here. He's got the lead. He's putting down some pretty decent laps. Look, he's just inside at 22 seconds a lap at this point in time. But he's picking up some laps left, which I think is what he's trying to do. Behind him on the track is Tim Campbell. He's riding around. He is 12 laps down. After pit stops have completed, well, they're not complete because we still have Hefner to go, but who's left on the lead lap is Hefner, Holland, Wells, Hughes, and Covington. 1 lap down, Stephen Thompson, David Johnson, and Billy Wise. Looks like they're not going to be able to recycle because Holland just made a pass, so Holland back to the lead. Hefner, most likely, on pit road, he's got to stop for fuel. With about 10 laps to go. Alright, so we cycled through that last pit stop of the evening. We're on lap 125, coming to the start of 126. So we have 10 laps to go at this point. Your leader is Wesley Holland, followed 8.8 seconds behind by Bob Wells, and Craig Covington in the 96 truck is in 3rd position, last car on the lead lap. He is 15 seconds behind the leader. Steve Thompson, Matthew Hefner, David Johnson, Billy Wise, all 1 lap down. Smoke Hughes, 2 laps down. And Tim Campbell involved in a couple of incidents, one really hard one. He's had to come on and off pit road a number of times. He's 12 laps down. Niels Clyde, 25. Zudema, not sure when that happened, but he's fallen 30 laps down. He's still behind the wall. Hastings, he had a rough couple of incidents there. I believe the Yankee symbol on the back. And Alan Madding, 13th position, 123 laps down, so he's only able to get 5 laps in before he has to park. And it looks like Bob's not really gaining any ground here, so your top 3, Holland, Reynolds, Covington, not much changing. All these other guys 1 lap down, they're kind of staying in line. I found some action on the track. Johnson is a 00. He's taking the heat from Billy Wise at 32. This is a battle for 6th position. Billy Wise is putting on that pressure. Looking inside, looking outside. Looks like Johnson washes up the track just a little bit. Wise gets a great run off down the front stretch here. And he makes up a little ground to the middle before, but not really able to make that work coming off. And now he's getting some pressure by Craig Covington. But remember, Craig is on the lead lap, and these guys are not. So I don't want to miss this, so back to our leader. Now starting lap number 133. I think we'll just kind of watch him through the closing laps here. It's off the final laps. Expanded his lead up to 10.3 seconds over Bob Wells. And Covington, you know, he's 14.6 seconds back, so that means he's only 4 seconds behind Bob. And with 2 laps to go, he might be able to pull that gap in. But 4 seconds is it's a long way away on this track, so I don't think that's going to happen. So I got Wes Holland on lap number 135. Coming down the backstretch for the final time. No pressure whatsoever. Nice and easy. His truck's relatively clean. And he takes it. Wes Holland, your winner. I'm waiting for the checkered flag to appear on my screen or some fireworks or something, but not seen it. But I'm pretty certain Wes Holland just won the race. Looks like Kevin Cummins gives a little love tap and says congratulations. as does the 38. Little hello, how you doing? And we'll watch Alan's getting ready to do his burnout. There he goes. All right, so in third position is going to be the 96 of Craig Covington. I'm going to pull him up into the booth. Hello there, Craig Covington. You got your ears on.
Yeah, Brian, I'm here.
Hey, congratulations on your top 3 finish.
Thank you. I enjoyed it too.
Yes, what were you thinking on that one restart? Were you were almost the only car on old tires?
I didn't know. I figured they'd get the big run on me, but it worked out for me though.
Yeah, you did a great job. You'd only fallen to 4th through all of that. It could have been a lot worse because the entire field had fresh tires. I was worried for you.
Yeah, I come in. I took 2 right sides the first time, then I took 2 insides the next, and I took 2 right sides that last pit stop.
All right, very cool. Do you have any words of wisdom for our viewers at home?
Yeah, I'd like to thank over the top paints in the lines, Loose Lugnuts and the Wise Guys, Lugnut TV, RaceGear.com, and thank John for allowing me to race with y'all.
All right. Well, I know he enjoys having you in the league, and it's always a pleasure to watch the race. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. And I want to give a shout out to diabetes too. I hope they find a cure for it because I've got it myself.
Amen, brother. Well, I know we're going to be running a special race. I'm not sure it's the next one coming up, but we're doing MS awareness the 24th of this month, and then I'm not sure if it's April or May, but we're doing one for diabetes too. So we're thinking about you.
Yeah, I'll be in it if I can.
All right, rock on, man. Congratulations.
Okay, thank you, buddy.
And pulling Bad Bob Wells back up to the booth. How's it going, Bob?
That's going pretty good. Not a bad race.
Congratulations on your podium finish. How's it feel?
Well, it sucks not to win. I want to beat that Ford truck, but we'll take it. Finishing second to Wes is nothing to be ashamed of, and we'll move on. I mean, that's through Martinsville, and you got to check your emotions at the door when you come to these short tracks, especially at the trucks at Martinsville. There's going to be some beating and banging. We used some body parts up tonight, but we had a lot of fun.
Yeah, so that was exciting. After you had spun Hastings in the opening laps, it appeared as if he got into you on one of those restarts, but it did not work out for him. How'd you see that all unfold?
Yeah, we got down in the 3. Somebody slid up the track. We were 3 wide. I had him pinched down pretty hard against the curb on the inside. I'm pretty sure he wasn't trying to wrap me. He probably just got the curb a little bit and pushed up into me. But there was a little bit of beating, banging, and sideways out of 4, and used the wall a little bit to straighten things out. And then we kept on trucking, so to speak.
All right. Did you have to use any fast repairs this evening?
I accidentally used one on my last pit stop, evidently. I didn't intend to, though. I usually like to save those and use those only when I have to.
All right. Well, congratulations on your second place finish. Do you have any words of wisdom for us?
Words of wisdom. Don't pee into the wind.
All right. Amen, brother. All right.
I also want to thank Over the Top Paints, Billy Wise Guys, Bowtie Apparel, and, of course, RaceDeer.com. Thank you, guys.
All right. See ya. And our winner this evening, Wesley Holland, the Ford truck. Congratulations, Wes.
Hey, I appreciate it, man. Thanks.
How did you feel about that last restart? You had fresh tires, Covington did not, and you're on the outside. What were you thinking?
I was thinking I was going to have to beat that guy on the outside, so that's what I did. I stuck to that outside lane and got it done on the outside, made the pass, and just took sail from there.
Sweet. Yeah, pretty straightforward race. We enjoyed watching it. You really didn't have to pass too many cars. How are the lap cars this evening?
Oh, they weren't bad at all, man. They were nice to me, and I appreciate it. So, hoping to see a couple more cars in the following weeks, but it was still a good race, and I enjoy the checker flag.
All right, cool, man. Do you have any parting words you'd like to give the viewers at home?
I just want to thank everybody that came out tonight to race with us, and everybody out there that watched it on YouTube, and of course all of our sponsors, racegear.com, Billy Wise, the Wise Guys, Over the Top Paints, and of course you up in the booth, you and John did an excellent job tonight.
Hey, my pleasure. And you've saved me the work. I don't think I need to rattle off the sponsors again because we just had 3 drivers do it. So we're looking good.
We got you.
All right, brother. Well, we will see you. Are you racing tomorrow night?
I don't know. It all boils down to what I got going on at work. So I'm on call on Fridays. So we'll see. Maybe I might show up, or if not, I'll be there Saturday night to announce what we got going on Saturdays.
All right, cool. So just a reminder to our viewers, tomorrow night we're doing the Bump and Run series at South Boston. That's going to be a 150-lap event. The Dominator is the number 4 car of Wesley Hollins in our, what's it, the late model we're running?
10-4, yep.
Yeah, so if he's not there, that's a open season for everyone else to get a win on Friday night. So if you're watching and you're interested, you should show up tomorrow night and run with the Lugnuts. All right, cool. I feel like I'm talking to myself. Wes, I want to put you back down. Again, congratulations. All right, that's going to do it. Pretty good race. Take a look at our final results here. Your winner we just spoke with, Wesley Holland and Bob Wells and Craig Covington. Those are the only cars left on lead lap after a nice green flag run, which is wonderful to see. We like seeing green flag runs and loose lug nuts here. Steve Thompson came in 4th. Matthew Hevener was able to hold on to 5th. He led a few laps tonight. Billy Wise in 6th. David Johnson in 7th. That means he's probably going to fall at least one spot in the championship standings. Smoke Hughes able to bring it home 8th. Tim Campbell in 9th. 14 laps down. And then Niels Clyde in the 44 truck coming in 10th. So, again, we really appreciate you watching this evening. My name is Brian Tribble, and behind the scenes was John. He's doing our camera work, and you're watching Lugnut TV. So we appreciate you coming out, watching the Thursday night truck series. Again, tomorrow we got the Bump and Run series at South Boston, and then check us out on Facebook, Loose Lugnuts, and become a part of our community. We do a lot of racing, we have a lot of fun. It's not all televised, so Saturday night should be a good time. We run a lot of different things, and we hope to have some new members. So I think that's going to be it for me. Again, this is Brian Tribble. Have a great evening.